Good morning and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 5th of August. I would like to read in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 31. Whoever oppresses the poor shows contempt for the maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. Two words are very important here. The first one is to the oppresses. The key Hebrew word for this implies fraud, violation, extortion, or taking advantage of others. And then the next word is to show contempt to God. It is a synonym of to blaspheme against God. So God really cares about the needy, about the poor. And to insult God is also to oppress the poor. To oppress the poor is to insult God. But whoever is kind to the needy honors God. So the opposite is true as well. We honor God instead of blaspheming against Him when we help those in need. Because to God we are all one in Christ. Galatians chapter 3:28 says, there is neither Jew or Gentile, neither slave or free, nor is there male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus, says Paul to the Galatian church. He could have said as well, there is no rich or poor. We are all important to God. And whatever you have received, you can use to help those in need. We could talk about to defend the women as well. In here in France, in every 3 days, one woman is killed by her husband or ex-husband or boyfriend, and lots of people today are coming, are helping the cause of these people who are in need. It is like helping the poor, because we're helping people who cannot defend themselves. I remember that when I was a child, and my father died when I was 6, and we were 5, and we were poor, and it wasn't always easy to find what to eat, and especially at Christmas was a special occasion when we could eat things that we could only eat at Christmas. And it's just funny because one of the things I remember that we had for Christmas was dried figs. In those days, it was a tradition to eat dried fruit for Christmas. And of course, when you are a child, even if you have it once, it just seems that it's like an eternity. And I remember that there was a very kind person in our family who gave us everything that we couldn't have for Christmas, including dried figs. It was a special treat for us. We are very poor. We couldn't spare money to buy dried figs. So we had dried figs for Christmas, because I guess those figs, they came from here, from Europe, from Portugal maybe. That's why it was so expensive. We could have dried bananas, but not dried figs. And it was a special treat for us for Christmas to have them. So this kind person gave us lots of nice things that we couldn't have at normally, and we had them at Christmas. To look after people, to bless people, to give them dried figs when they cannot afford to buy dried figs. And I honor the memory of my mother, who died 9 years ago this week, who fought for her children. And I thank God for people who helped us. If I'm here today, it's because people helped us. People who had more than us. If I had denied justice to any of my servants, whether male or female, when they had a grievance against me, what will I do when God confronts me? What will I answer when called to account, says Job 31:13-14? Are we defending the cause of those who are weaker than us? Because what Job is saying here, that one day we'll have to give account to God himself. Because that's what we are here for. Jesus said that we were to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. So we are here with a mission to shine for him. And sometimes shining for him is just crossing the road to help those people who haven't got enough money to buy dried figs. And if anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward, says Jesus in Matthew chapter 10, verse 42. And then he's going to say in Matthew 10, 25-40, the king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me. He will reply in verse 45, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. So when we help people, we are doing it for Jesus. God bless you.